We are going to be looking to do exactly the same thing, pass that bill, this bill, with unanimous support so that our men and women, as they come home, will have the opportunity, if they choose to, continue the work that they were trained for and find jobs in the civilian sector. Too many times we heard of situations where they were qualified and only to be told, no, you can't do it, you don't have the proper documentation, we don't recognize that training, you have to start all over. And in too many instances, that just doesn't make sense economically, and they could come home, they need to find work, they need to find jobs to provide for their family, and sometimes taking that type of a step backwards is not the prudent course of action. So what ends up happening is we lose all that expertise, all that training, all that investment that our U.S. military puts into the finest military fighting force, and it all goes away for naught. So we can't allow that to happen. And that's the reason why we brought up this bill, to find a way, to find language on how to make sure that we can transition military training into the civilian sector, and for those that choose to, continue the work that they were trained for. We hope to continue this effort in subsequent sessions to make it stronger and better, and go after other occupations that we can also address. You know, we couldn't do everything in one session, but we do want to do the things that we know we can out of the gate. And so, you know, this is going to be a labor of love for many of us that support our veterans.
I'm in full support of this bill. I'm actually in the process of being medically retired at this time. And one of the frustrations that I did get a chance to share with my state rep is this whole process of military training not being recognized. And it's frustrating, is probably be the best way I could sum it up, to have to sit there in a class, you're like scratching your head, I know all this stuff, can you just give me the test, please? So, I really appreciate the bipartisan approach on this. Thank you all.